Hey everyone, welcome back to my workbench. So working on a IntelliVision controller here, trying to find a more efficient way to put these IntelliVision controllers together because I have 5200 I've done really well because I've built a lot of them, but this television's getting me a little bit. I'm trying to figure out how to get some of the crimping out of this thing. There's so much crimping going on. So that's why I've been a little bit delayed on getting the IntelliVision orders out. This is actually going to be Mitchell's controller. He was like the first person to ask about IntelliVision controller. That was like a year and a half ago, I think. So he's been waiting a long time. So trying to find a better, quicker way to make something. Some things I can't change, other things I can. I'm just trying to figure out what's the most expeditious way to do this. Because if I can get some of this labor down, I can get these cranked out faster. So yeah, that's what's kind of been slowing me up a little bit here. I want to get some stuff done. I also just updated and upgraded my CNC, so I have more Z height on it. And the reason that's important is for my my Atari LT controllers is really kind of like bumping up against the maximum height I can do. So that's something. 1, 2, 3. Something I want to free up so I can start making those. Because I've made a couple prototypes that both had to be like cut upside down, and it's really a pain to get the alignment right. So I've been going through a couple different iterations here. I've got these little boards, these little screw terminals, which I've done most of them. So all the controllers so far have used these. So this is going to be the first with this printed circuit board. And I want to do is make it simpler. After going through all the crimping on this one, I realized, hey, what I really want to do is go and make it even simpler than this, and come in, have the header pins for the keypads on this board, just do some jumpering work, and that will simplify my life. It's 14 less crimps I have to worry about. And they're small crimps too. It's for these DuPont connectors here. So this is the guts of the controller. This left-hand stick, of course. Very nice and clicky. So what I want to do is, this is kind of upside down right now, but that's fine. Lower deck needs to be this guy. So the whole secret was you have to make sure there's two sets of domes, and you want the domes. Where's pin one? One's on my right. So the lower deck has to be the 4 rows because that shares with the joystick. And you want to make sure make sure both click. So you have to force the column to click before the row so you don't get unintended motion when you do this. So now it looks like the final assembly is going to be quicker here. See how the final assembly goes together. These kind of fun went out today to a local Atari group. That was fun. Chicagoland Atari Alliance, I think. Can't remember the name of them. Nice people. Which one is the bottom? is this one, bottom is green. I use color coded because it makes my life easier. Because many times I've gone in and it's just been like gray everything. Are you insane? It's like, how do you know where anything goes? Oh, this is that fast on ain't going on so fast. Jeez. Oh, shoot, crickets, you love that tight one. Straighten you out a little bit. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need any of these because I'm just doing the final assembly here. Alright. Sometimes when you crimp them, they get a little bent. These fast-ons here, they don't want to go. They don't want their home. There we go. Yeah, that is not coming off. And the next color up is violet. There we go. Just leaves orange. Trying to find a good JST, I forget what series it is, crimper for these. And right now I'm just using regular DuPonts, but that is not ideal. I have a kit, but my crimper's just not working with it. So it goes, this sit down below. Black, where's the black? There you are. Here's the black. I might end up just going on the top deck soldering. What I end up doing here, I have to go and I actually go through and I'm 50-50 if this is the right orientation or not. Go through afterwards and I hit this with epoxy to make sure nothing goes moving afterwards. I mean, it's on there pretty well, but I prefer to have the proper JST, which what this mates to. I can't remember what series it is. That's all that. That's that. And now just the upper deck, which is the magic in terms of your other 16 direction, the other 8 directions to get you to 16. Yeah, I think next time I might solder this upper deck. This is just less crimps. Gets my hands after a while. Got this gnarly bruise on my wrist. I can't even figure where the heck it came from. I am on blood thinners. Well, anticoagulants. They're not actually blood thinners. For genetic conditions, so it's about 13 years ago, maybe 14 years ago. I almost died from pulmonary emboli, so that was fun. There was more than one blood clot there. It was scary. So I have to be a lifetime of anticoagulants. And they have a little Hardy umbrella Greenfield filter in me. Second leading cause of sudden death, pulmonary embolism, caused by DVTs, which I'm getting some leg veins fixed. So the good news is it's getting close to Labor Day, so I'm going to get it caught up. I've taken that whole week off of my day job, so knock on wood, I can get all caught up on these orders. Because the orders just keep on coming in. I'm soldering this next time. This is killing my hands. I mean, they're not coming off. On the other hand, my poor hands are just getting a touch of the arthritis in the hands, unfortunately. Yeah, so I got one more IntelliVision controller to finish up. And I got a huge batch of like 10 5200 controllers I need to go through. And then I'll switch back to IntelliVision. So that's all this. It's all this done. The nice thing about this design, instead of using that screw terminal, is it's all IDC cable, so I get all my stuff really compact. So, where is my test cable? There it is. Test cable. Wow, you went all the way down there. That's a neat trick. Okay. Oh yeah, Kool-Aid Man. Alright, that was reversed. I couldn't remember. It's 50-50. Oh yeah. Yeah, I hear you, but I gotta fix my controller first, guys. I think I'm gonna pull a different game up in a minute. Alright. That's back together. Up. Alright. Yeah, see how nice that works? Yeah. I really went through and did a little more buffing, for lack of a better term, of my, I have a little belt sander over there, and I kind of rounded out the edges of the actuator, and it seems to really, it doesn't really, it's a nice crisp. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice and crisp. There's no dragging in and out. Yeah. Took a little more rounding of the actuator. Yeah, it's better. Alright, now that works well. Get all 16 directions. Showing up really well on this one. Got tweaked out pretty well now. And then let's get down to can't go without some Tron. It's really painful without the ball, by the way. Wow. Yeah. Okay, it looks like my directions are off. How did that happen? Okay, let's see. So everything's flipped around. Okay, I'll fix that in a second. How is that? Red, yellow, blue, gray. That's why I flipped them around. I test every single controller. And this is why. Yep. I know, game over. These are not always the easiest to unseat. There we go. I can't believe I flipped those around. Let's see if that's right. That'd be the other advantage you do on the circuit board. I wouldn't have the opportunity to flip them. Okay, let's see if this works. I can't remember if there's a secret way to reset this thing or not. Maybe not. Oh, I should just reset the system. Nope. Let's see. That looks right. I should just reset the system. My bad. The Purist is selling really well. I was surprised. Are reversed. Let's see. Down is okay. Up's okay. Rows are okay, so. Orange, green, violet. Yeah. Other way around. I gotta fix my drawing. So you get for being old, you can know how to undo crap when you make it the wrong way. And I'm definitely going with the circuit board next time. It's just too much opportunity for stuff like this to happen. And if that circuit board goes well, I'll just get one printed. Yeah, you didn't like that. I shorted something out. Sweet. Yeah, if the printed circuit board works out, I'll go ahead and draw it up in CAD and get it sent out. Send the old Gerber files out. Someone sent a message. I'll have to go through it the next time I test this system out, joystick out, for a bunch of good game recommends. So I have to check that out next time. Okay, so the controller works. Gotta drill some holes. What I'm going to end up doing is this will be mounted down on the bottom housing and then go through a final test. Where's my bottom housing? Is that there? So, The nice thing is these have little standoffs here, and you can just I'll just screw it into one of the standoffs down here. So I'll have a standoff here. So I'll probably end up doing is have the PC board sit here, and then I might need to drill a hole out slightly. Have the PC board sit here, have the little vertical header pins here for the keypad, so they'll drop right in. So I'll just have it like this, and plunk, plunk, and then I'm not sure what else to do with this one. I want to make it a little simpler, speed things up a bit. But yeah, so far this is kind of version 1.1, because the maybe I'll call it like 1.2. They did improve. I tried to print a clear version of this. You could just make out the micro switches under here, and you could see the micro switches there because there's more light coming through. So I went through and I ended up rounding these out a bit, kind of buffing out the edges, so when the actuator comes and rolls around, you don't get any kind of grinding on it. So this should feel nice and slick. Alright, so finish mounting this up and making sure everything is all tacked down nice, and then get the labels on it. It's good to go. This will be shipping out Monday, and that means this is Saturday night. Still Saturday. Saturday night, so this will be done today. I got one more IntelliVision. I'll send that out Monday as well, and then that's off to a bunch of. I heard there was a reset combo. Maybe I'm wrong. Whatever. So get this guy sent out, and then another one sent out. Yeah, there's two going out. Mitchell's and Galen's are going out. Then I have a bunch of 5200 controllers to whip through. So yeah. So this is Mitchell's, Galen's is going out, and then I always thought maybe a neat feature would be to put my I'll put a link to the YouTube where I'm building your controller on there, so you can actually see exactly when your controller was made and tested. The birth of a new machine. I do like how the blue turned out on this one, though, with the translucent. Yeah, and the Purist have been selling really well. I'm quite surprised with that one. I was, after playing it a bit, it was got a really nice feel to it, really. So I'm not unhappy with it. Behold, the third most expensive part of the whole thing, the rubber feet. Made in the US, though. Found the Chinese ones are actually more expensive than the US made. Go figure. And then the Atari, the 5200 LT controller, that one, the enclosure is going to be made in the US. Is molded in the US, so that's going to be cool. The only parts I really can't source are like the joystick and the buttons. Joystick, button, keypads, I can't find any domestic or even like, well, I can find Japanese made, but it'd be so blinking expensive for it. So I gotta glue everything down in there. Mount everything down. So that's it for this controller. I'm going to be finishing this guy up, and then another IntelliVision controller. I might or might not have a video on that one, just because it's the same thing, more or less, unless I come up with a better way to do these little circuit boards here. And then I'll have a bunch of 5200s. I'll probably randomly throw one of those in, just because, but I've had videos on those before, so it's not going to be all that kind of a rerun, unfortunately. But yeah, let me drill that out a little bit so I can screw it down and move on from there. Everyone have a great night, and off to build more controllers.